Hi, Andy Lockwood, college consultant, and I'm just looking over a bunch of results that we got from appealing awards to different colleges. So I'm looking at one that we got a few days ago at the end of April, where University of Chicago increased an award from $13,500 to $19,000, which is pretty good. Columbia University, for one of our clients, they went from $18,594. No, it's never a round number. To $28,644, which was an increase of $10,050. I figured that out before. And then one of the bigger ones we did ever earlier this year, we found out really at the end of right before April, we found out that Emory gave one of our clients initially zero, or just a loan of $5,500, and then they increased that award right at the end of March to $38,579. So how do you succeed in doing this? Well, there are certain tricks that I employ when we do a negotiation or an appeal, as a lot of the schools call it. But what's really more important is what happens before that. And when I say before, I mean a year or so before. So, some examples of the things you can do to maximize your results in March and April in terms of getting in and in terms of getting money are: number one, picking your schools strategically. So these are examples of great schools that are very hard to get into, but each of the clients that applied to these schools did not apply only to these types of schools. So in other words, we sought out other colleges on a strategic basis, based in part on getting offers of scholarship offers and financial aid offers that we thought might help us if we had to negotiate, which is what we did in most of these cases. So that's important. The second thing is when you go about building your resume and building your the body of work that a college is going to look at in terms of deciding whether or not to grant you an offer of admission, that to me, and this is a little controversial, so brace yourself, that to me is fundamentally a marketing exercise. So what I mean by that is, let's say you were an advertising guy and you had to come up with a campaign for some toothpaste. Is your kid a tube of toothpaste? No, of course not, but hopefully he uses toothpaste, unlike my kids, but I digress. How do you pick toothpaste? How do you go into CVS or whatever, and you're sitting there confronted by 50 choices, 20 of which are made by Crest for some reason. They all are about the same price. They all promise the same benefits. They all are made of basically the same ingredients. How do you choose? Well, somehow you choose one over the other. So when your child's applying to a school, and let's say it's a competitive college, and they're receiving thousands of applications with virtually the same grades and scores as your kid has. I'm not just talking about the top schools. I'm talking about schools like Northeastern University, 44,000 applications for about 5,000 slots. A big chunk of those 44,000 applications were competitive kids applications, meaning that very high achieving kids with grades and scores. So how do you tell the school, pick me instead of these other 10,000 kids that are vying for the 50 spots that I'm going for? And the answer is marketing. It's called positioning. It's bringing out the best in yourself that you have to offer a school in a way that they want it, in a way that demonstrates to them that they'd be idiots not to take you. So those are two important things: strategic school selection and marketing. And then there's the whole financial aid aspect, which I'm not going to get into in this video, but I do workshops about how the financial aid process works. So if you have a junior or a sophomore and you are uptight and stressed about how this whole college selection game really works, I suggest either that you contact the office for a free 20-minute consultation, which we do we have a limited amount of spots each week for those. Or I think a better suggestion is to go to one of our workshops, and you can see a link to our registration page on this site right here. All right, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.